Good evening, students. This is the revision of the syllabus semester 4 for degree second year students. Today, the revision of the poem Unit 1, The Flower. The Flower, written by Alfred Tennyson, is a video recording for today's class. Alfred Tennyson called the poem My Little Fable. My Little Fable, the comment on how people react to something new and the original. This is the overall concept being described or being talked about throughout the poem. So, first I read the poem, then I just explain. Once in a golden hour, I cast to earth a seed, up there came a flower. The people said, a weed, to and fro they went through my garden bower, and muttering discontent cursed me and my flower. Then it grew to so tall, it wore a crown of light. But thieves from over the wall stole the seed by night, sowed it far and wide. By every town and tower, till all people cried, splendid is the flower. Read my little fable, he that runs may read. Most can raise the flowers now, for all have got the seed. Most can uh, most can raise the flowers now, for all have got the seed, and some are pretty enough, and some are poor indeed. And now again the people call it but a weed. Throughout the poem, we are reading the lines, and we see that the writer talks about my flower as which is compared to a new thought, a new idea, or the creative thinking, and how people react to the work which is done for the first time. And then, after some time, the same work, how it is treated. And if somebody outsiders praise the work, we recognize, but when we do, we ourselves doesn't have that kind of recognition. That is what the writer is talking throughout the poem. Here, in the very beginning of the poem, the writer says that once in a golden hour I cast to earth a seed, up there came a flower. Here, up there came a flower can be treated to any new creative thinking or the startups that we talk about in the modern times, or any livelihood which is implemented for the first time to see that the people can start their own livelihood or the business. Then people said, away to and fro they went through my garden bower, and muttering discontent, cursed me and flower. That new idea or the new way of creative thinking or the new thing that has been there planted as a true flower, we can talk about any of this which is used for the first time. The writer says that they went through my garden bower. The people who see the flower or the plant planted for the first time and it has come up with a flower, people walk through and fro and they muttering in the sense they whisper because they are not satisfied with the work that is done for the first time. They mutter discontent. They whisper as if they are not satisfied with any of the work that we are doing. And then they go on cursing me and my flower. The people, those who see for the first time, they just don't leave the work there by looking at. They go on cursing to the owner and the person who is doing the work. Then it grew so tall. But writer doesn't care for the people, those who say something against the flower. And within no time, the tree has grown tall and it wore a crown of light. But thieves from over the wall sowed it far and wide, every by every town and tower, till all people cried, "Splendid is the flower." But there are thieves who have stolen the seed and they have sowed the same flower somewhere in a very far off place. So when people have stolen and sowed it in the far off places, and it grew in the other place, and every town and tower people started praising that flower, saying that splendid or fabulous is the flower. Then the writer is asking the readers to read my fable, who that runs can read. It means the poem Flower, which the writer calls as my fable, is so easy to follow, so easy to understand that he who runs can also read the poem. So man can raise the flowers now. Now the writer talks about that the same seed once upon a time, there were no um, once upon a time it was very rare to see that kind of flower, but now that everybody has got the knowledge, now that everybody has gained a lot of experience and knowledge, can start their own work. Of course, some may achieve the success and some may not be able to achieve the success. But then the writer says, and some are good indeed. In this new creative thought of doing the work, the writer mentions that some may be successful in doing their work. And now again, the people call it but a weed. So uh, people have the knowledge to start their work in their own way, to carry on or to set the goal in life. But then the writer says that some may be successful, some may not be successful, and some may achieve the true success. But after some time again, the people start saying that the same work which is done with lot of effort, that it is all a weed plant in the sense weed people. That is the unwanted kind of thought has come into the field. So thank you. This is the semester 4, the poem for the unit 1 for semester 4 syllabus. Thank you to all.